guys, Dylan World here with another game video where today, there's been a slight change of plans. We're still playing DDLC Plus, don't worry, we're getting through this game, don't worry. But today we're moving on to the new stuff, the side stories. So initially my plan was, I'm just gonna play through the main game as it goes, because it didn't seem like I was getting any of the part 2s. But I was thinking about it, and even with the CGs that I got off camera, because I'm not backtracking for them, and we can get the newer versions in Act 2. But I went and got those just by skipping through them. And I only got part 1 still. Which tells me that there's something wrong here. Because there's 6 side stories that come in 2 parts. So there's a total of 12. There's not 12 CGs in the game, as far as I know. The most I could think of is like, we get 3 from Sayori, 3 from Natsuki, 3 from Yuri. You can technically get 1 from Monica, which makes 10. But that does not add up to 12. So my only thought process here is, I think I'm out of CGs that are based on the basis of, you wrote a poem so you got the CG. My thought process is, maybe you have to do part 1 to get part 2. Which is weird, because then I don't know why you bothered splitting into 2 parts, but whatever. We're gonna play them. We're gonna play the side stories. Not all of them. I don't think I have that much patience, but my point is, we're gonna try and play the side stories. And I might have to split this video if I'm wrong, in which case I don't know how to get the other CGs, which is concerning. Because there's 2 missing. But yeah, we're gonna play it and hope. So first up is Trust, which seems to feature Monica and Sayori. Interesting start. Without further ado, let us begin. Yes, yeah, you are supposed to. You ruined my dramatics. Why would you do this? Oh. Classic. Oh. Okay, this is cool. It's cool. Ooh, no backgrounds. I like it. Here's the club room. Ooh, brightening up. Alright. Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? I miss debate club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the literature club. In the days that have passed, all of our efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of the flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision. What kind of vision? Monica rests her head on the desk, deep in thought. Before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late to catch up with her. It's so quiet and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. And she falls asleep, I'm gonna guess. That's the vibe I'm getting. Interesting start. Hello? Suddenly, a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I never do this. Is this the napping club? No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, the literature club. This is the literature club. Yay, I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. That was, like, super unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize. I do that all the time. Oh. Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Gotta lower my volume. It's a bit loud. Well, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, that means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Are you just making fun of me? Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name? Sayori. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you've caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I want to find other people who do too. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was only joking about the vice president thing too. I make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that this doesn't seem like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found new members, at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing, and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so... Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica! That's such a cool name. Aw, now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling. Well, I didn't say that it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. So what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We could go home and try to come up with new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. And I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I just need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Certainly, Sayori pulls Monica into a friendly hug, and then let's go. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly. Hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy. Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard about how to get new people. Yeah, me too. Is that it? No, there's more. A day passes, and the time comes for Literature Club, Monica and Sayori, to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive at the clubroom, but she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining? No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bouncing through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late, I'm here. It's okay, welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a poem! Yes! Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my steps so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can't lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. That's a nice poem, I like it. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet, I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper, written on the other side is list ideas for recruiting new club members. Aww. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious now, do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure it's nowhere near as good as you are. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again after a week after I wrote it, and I'm like, wow, this is stupid. I don't know. Seems like a dramatic version of me doesn't agree with what the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Aww. You should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh, yeah! I would love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like, we have so many emotions we can't express to other people usually. But you can write it when you write a poem. But you can when it's write a poem. I cannot speak. Yeah. I think that's helping form a more cohesive vision for the club. I'm glad you showed me, well, even if it was on accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but it feels kind of good to have someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'd love that. Oh geez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brainstormed so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Sorry, that's terrible. Anyway, let's look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry. But it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when would we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come into the club. We said that we have free cupcakes in the flyers. I'm, like, kind of worried that they'll bring the wrong kinds of people, you know? Wrong kinds? People will just come for the cupcakes and leave. Aw, nobody would do that. That would be mean. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature. Even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like going around school and finding people who are reading books. You know. Like in the morning or during lunch. Then we tell them about the literature club. Well, the problem with that is like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we know if they're just reading for fun? Oh, we could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are just trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming with a lot more ideas than I can. Oh, so your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them up on the wall? I'd definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful! I never said you weren't. I just need to think, what would we tell people when we're handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out what we can do to better engage people. What if we tell them about club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I suppose it's my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, sorry, pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby is getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. Are you just emulating me? Is that your idea here? Oh my goodness. What the heck? I'm sorry. I knew it! I'm just thinking about a friend of mine. Oh, what if we said, like, we do group reading and discuss it together? I would probably nap through that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but it doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We really need to catch their interest, you know? That sucks. Why is this so hard? Monica, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. Gives you the chance to express yourself. Like, express your ways in ways that you can't normally do. When you're just doing it in a normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like, intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We could, like, express your true self. Be intimate with us. Okay, that's kind of... I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, what is it? I forgot all my things in my classroom. I must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Oh, crap, I skipped it. No! Wait, is there a button? Yes! Rushed, but weren't... I keep skipping things. Never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget it if I don't do it now. I'm sorry, I'll just wait for you here then. Okay, it'll only take a second. Sherry dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts down on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. That's... Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the Lurch Club, write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. Monica! Ah! You startled me. Sorry. But something important. On my way to the classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Yeah, let's hurry and recruit her. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I can tell she was really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. The two depart the classroom with Suri leading the way. It's still going, wow. I thought it would be over by now. This way! You don't have to run. Suri leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See? In here. Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. You should go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president, and I would probably scare her away. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath and timidly enters the classroom. Is it Yuri, maybe? Or is it just a normal person, and it didn't work out? Not sure. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Huh? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom, and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and walked out. That's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? To head back to the club room, Suri feeling rather accomplished, and Monica still feeling rather embarrassed about the encounter. Huh. Upon returning, Monica and Suri resumed their strategy meeting. They discussed various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. After going through Suri's list and Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two end up in a better spot than when they began. Well, I'd say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah. I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get new members. Hey, what's this? Suri appears with a sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart? That's so cute! I thought it was a little over dramatic. But Troy pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you gave yourself enough credit. Huh? What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you were afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but did you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head on how I want things to go. It's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm really afraid of deviating from the vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head at herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling, Suri taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Write the way into your heart. I think I see what you're trying to do. Is to make the club you need the most, out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori's smile. Aw, this is just sweet. Sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sherry nods and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner, and the only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sherry breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home? You tell me, you're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You go on ahead. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright. I just want some alone time. In that case, Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck! Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the club room. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decided it was something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most? I don't get it. I just want a club with more passion. Something I could use to lead more people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window into the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? Hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Oh, more poetry! Yes! I actually really like the poems in this game. They're nice. Become the flower. The feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers, as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment, yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, 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 every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, 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 you're going to die. And you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots. Pressing the final joyous beam between my fingers. But to what end? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy, and that's why I've decided I must become the flower. Huh. What the? Wait, Sayori? Ooh, there's a dot. Yes, it does part 2! Okay, so the question is, do I do that all in one video, or do I move on? You know what? I'm a bit impatient. I'm gonna keep going. I want to see where this goes, honestly. Trust part 2. So we're gonna do all of Trust, because I feel like DDLC has been longer-winded videos. Because I feel like I really want to get through this story. I'd like DDLC. So apologies if these videos are longer, it's just... it's hard for me to put down, really. It's like a good book. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. It's so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president would do that? This whole time, I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for this stupid vision. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? As she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters in realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Breathlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday, it was about the club. Besides, Things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sarah isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's almost painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. All these moments of silence. Jeez. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry. And I think I'll put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. Like, I like these moments of silence. I'm not saying they're a bad thing. Don't twist me, please. Please. I mean that in the sense, like, I don't recall this many pauses in the original game, but these are highly effective in setting the mood. I like them. Don't think I'm dissing the game, please. This is a literature club. A place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So, I just want you to promise that you'll remember that too. Doesn't have to be right now, but I want you to be here for when you need it. Oh, I want to be here for you when you need it. I want ourselves to be like that. Suri smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Suri's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed to club activities. So, want to teach me about your poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. Right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. It's fine. I think I just need, like, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down your own feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're just gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start out by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your own feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad when you go from one end to the other. It's more like a college where you find all the things you want to put in and then arrange them in a pretty way. At least, that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way. But it's a really good way not to get stuck at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get caught up on how it sounds, then I forget what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and paper and starts writing on it. Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out "you idiot" after she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not. But the point is, you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites "you idiot" onto the paper. The words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote that down. I'm mad at myself for... And then I did the exact thing anyway. This is really going to take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks, I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her own thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. But after a while, with Suri's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Phew. Monica looks down at the sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying, and it makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work out a new flyer for the club. Won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it! Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply for their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. Their bond strengthens, as does the instance of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel like it's only a matter of time before they find new members. It's so sweet! I love it! Alright, we're still going. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With a printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. This was the only flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one. But the news catchphrase is featured clearly on the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is someone can use their writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from the students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting, when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The Literature Club is truly beginning to take form, but with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. The Debate Club was always a rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to take a break from this mental wall. I need to learn how to express myself, for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Now I'm recalling that one tip Monica gives. It's interesting. The way it just ties back like this. I like it. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does, black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Out of spite of herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Whoa. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. I'm gonna guess Sayori's gonna show up. If I had to guess. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here! Hi! Monica hears Sayori approach the desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down at the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. Me too. You too? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard just to be vulnerable. Sherry takes the sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. Can you trust me with anything? Sherry gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. And sharing the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. That's heavy. That is heavy. Sometimes I want to die. Sayori. This is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then so can you. Because You're like a million times better than me. That's completely untrue. Suri takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of that promise from yesterday, I want to. It feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the Literature Club. I trust you, more than I'm scared. At those words, Monica stands up. Suri must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push for that Suri needed? Suri's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence. This is heavy. I have this problem where I get upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone else about the kinds of thoughts I have. It's much more easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone here knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like, whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that, but it used to be like that. Suri pauses, seeming to recall something from the past. I just want everyone to be happy. It's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Suri pauses again, a solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to even tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was the right thing for me to do. Especially after being trying so hard to express yourself, too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence, and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. This club is only 2 people, but it already means so much to me. Monica feels a tightening sensation on her heart. A feeling of a connection as Suri's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Suri. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica steps forward. But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you'd like. Oh, that's cute. Wordlessly and without a smile, Suri rests her foreheads on Monica's shoulder. Foreheads? Wait, no! Forehead! Through their contact, Monica can almost feel a torrent of thoughts swimming in Suri's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that all of the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through that door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise. Suri's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, as if trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks out in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless, and everyone would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob and a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it seems like everyone has to put up with me. I hate it. I hate it. The more Suri speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to overwhelming sadness and clutching her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away. And now I'm making you put up with me. I just wanted... If I say that too much, YouTube's gonna ding me. I'm sorry. As Suri literally loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Suri needs right now. So she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes out soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. Monica offers low words of comfort. But she knows, Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong. And Monica can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value. To me, and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. And if we ever get new members, I would still be happy. That's what brought you here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. It's so sweet! The two of them shared their embrace a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are just harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods. It's scary. Since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course it'd be your choice, but if you're looking for finding the courage to do it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayori suddenly nods and stretches. Wow, that made me tired. And hungry. Well, I won't make you work anymore today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can definitely say that's one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiles. But I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes them both to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. That face seems familiar. Yuri? Oh, it ends right there! Oh! Oh, my heart! That hurt my heart. That just tugs on my heartstrings. Understanding. That's Yuri and Sayori. So I can't help but wonder, are these stories going to continuate off themselves? Because it seems like the person coming through that door would probably be Yuri, if I had to guess. But again, can't say for sure, I'm just speculating. But I really want to see more, which is why I'm doing 2 of these a freaking day, if possible. I'm going to try and get 2 out today, if not, it'll be 2 tomorrow. But either way, I want to get this out, because I only did 1 yesterday, unlike what I said. I cannot keep to my word, apparently. But anyways, guys, I think we're going to leave it there. Next video will be normal, good old DDLC again, but of course, same day, we'll also have Understanding. But with that in mind, guys, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Thank you for watching the Deadly Emerald. If you enjoyed this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, don't forget to like, subscribe, and love up button, all the good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Have a grand day.